Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm Peter Barber, professional singer and music producer, and I am here with a very, very special guest. Who are you? Why have you appeared on my channel?
Why have you appeared in my recording room? Hi guys, I am Elizabeth Jaroff from the Charismatic Voice, and it so happens that Peter and I live in the same state, have way too much in common, and we've been putting together some pretty awesome content lately.
You know what? I'm really happy to have you here.
I'm really happy to have you here.
And thank you for inviting me into this wonderful studio.
That's kind of cool.
It's very cool.
I dig it.
I like all the things.
Did you guys know that he hasn't heard the new electric Callboy BABYMETAL collab?
Oh, I just did my first electric cowboy video. We Got the Moves. That was my first introduction just a couple weeks ago. So we're diving right back in, and their song that they're doing today is...
Yeah, how are you gonna say it? Huh?
It's the Pokemon Rattata with another TA on the end. Ratatata. Ratatata. Ra-ta-ta-ta. All of the above? Maybe we'll find out. Maybe I'll find out while they're singing.
Perfect.
How it's pronounced.
I believe in diving in and finding things out.
Let's do it. Let's do the thing.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yes. I'm gonna go. Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
The power! Try it again.
3, 2, 1.
Every night when the sky turns red up above, I feel the beat in my veins and I'm searching for love. You know that hips don't lie and leave you hypnotized. Just give me one more try to make you feel that vibe.
Okay, there's so much happening already. Like visually and auditorily. Wow. Where do we even begin? Let's just go back.
Back to the beginning. I feel like we should begin at the beginning again.
We should begin again at the beginning and see what's happening. What's the foundation here? What's going on? Ooh. Even before the singing starts, let's get a little German electronicore beat analysis. Here we go.
Yes.
Okay, we've got a very buzzy synth.
Yeah.
Like right down the middle, and then
Sawtoothy.
a very heavy kick. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much what we're getting so far.
Actually, like...
Yeah, sawtooth.
As far as time signature, we are basic. We're very basic.
Basic.
But we're dancey. Like, it kind of has... For dance, it has to be predictable.
Something is wrong with you if you don't move while listening to this, I think.
You're right. Unless you were... I think it's possible I didn't move the first time I was listening to this because I was like, ooh, shiny helmet. Something is wrong with me. Attracted to shiny things.
Like Drax the Destroyer.
Elizadrax.
Elizadrax. Exactly.
Perfect.
All right, once more. See?
Every night when the sky turns red up above, I feel the beat in my veins and I'm searching for love. You know that hips don't lie and leave you hypnotized. Just give me one more try to make you feel that vibe. When you go.
What? See, that's not before it gets crazy and the guy busted the wall. It's the Kool-Aid Man.
I thought the same thing. It's totally the Kool-Aid Man.
I love the audio engineering they're doing with the voices where you've got it clearly down the middle, but you've got some really nice delay happening and like doubling and tripling and chorusing where you get a lot of... Maybe if you don't have these kind of headphones, it's probably hard to hear. But with these, it's very clear that the voice, it kind of starts here and then ends up in the ears.
I love the way that they've sort of populated more voices with more harmony, but it's very subtle at the same time. And it turns out we're both actually a pair of Beyerdynamic headphones. So
we are.
Shout out to really good company.
Shout out. Not sponsored, but shout out.
Right? Amazing company.
Yeah, really
yeah. Cool. No, but I agree with you. I think that the way that it starts to layer the vocals in is super cool.
Yeah. Now, is this our clean vocal or harsh vocal man here?
Well, I think we're gonna just have to wait to find out because there's actually a fun little switch up here at the beginning, y'all. I'm just gonna say this straight up. When I did the first analysis of this, when I went back to do the review, I was asking ChatGPT to help me out a little bit. And it actually flipped Kevin and Nico. Ooh. So I should have known better because I thought to myself, no, that can't be right. I was like, that's not going to be messed up. I flipped them, and it was totally my fault. I've reviewed this band so many times. I should have known better. But in case you're wondering, Kevin Harsh's Nico cleans. Kevin Harsh's Nico cleans.
Kevin Harsh's Nico cleans.
Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I messed that up. I fully admit it. But I didn't even know. One of the things I'm excited to do today is listen more for Momo in BABYMETAL, which we'll get to. Yeah. Apparently, she does some harshes, which I didn't catch the first time.
Amazing.
And I'm super
Amazing.
excited.
And that'll be my first. Yeah. My first listening and viewing of BABYMETAL.
Ever. Okay, well, we got to get to it.
You know what? We're going to run it back, but I'm going to let it get to when the harsh vocals started coming in.
Let's do it.
Hopefully.
Every night when the sky turns red up above, I feel the beat in my veins and I'm searching for love.
Spirit fingers!
I love the alien hands.
You're hypnotized, just give me one more try to make you feel that vibe. When you go my body and we're gonna make it happen. You'll give me some more.
Okay, yes. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Is there did they say an extra T? Ra-ta-ta. Ra-ta-ta-ta. Two extra tas.
I'm so glad that he's saying this right now because I got so upset about that exact thing. I was like, that's not fair. Ra-ta-ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
How would that look in the title? That'd be a pretty wild looking title.
Yeah.
Ratata. Ta-ta-ta.
Ratata. Ta-ta-ta-ta.
Incredible harsh vocals that just absolutely blast it. Okay, let's go right from Kool-Aid Man. Okay, so harsh vocal expert here. We have a harsh vocal expert. Leading voice scientist in harsh vocals.
Right.
Can I say that?
Yeah, you can actually say that now. It's wild to me. Like, I'm sorry, that's wild, y'all. Yeah. Like, my journey in harsh vocals has been just a few years long, but I've been so obsessed with how these sounds are being created.
Yes.
And there's been so little research done that somehow I'm now an expert.
Can you teach us a little bit about the various harsh vocal styles happening in this section?
Well, one of the main things that I would point out then is when we're thinking about the harsh vocals here, I like to really listen to, is it like a higher sound or a lower sound? Mm-hmm. A lot of times when we're thinking about harsh vocals, I'm thinking about where the sound source is being created. Because what we've discovered is that most of the time, and probably the most sustainable amount of the time, the harsh vocal sound source is not going to be the true vocal folds. Instead, it's going to be possibly the false vocal folds or ventricular folds, which are right above your true vocal folds. Or above that, there's a bunch of other things. If you take a look at the scoping we've done down Will Ramos's throat, or even at the MRI that we recently released, basically taking a look at those structures, you will see that there are upper structures in the vocal tract, things that squeeze together essentially and make fleshy bits come together and go smacka, smacka, smacka and create these sounds. So I like to think about them sometimes as like upper constrictions or lower constrictions, or maybe a combination of. And what I hear here is that kind of more upper sound. Okay. So I would say it has more of an upper constriction happening. And then the way that the words are formed affect the tone a lot. The tone quality of harshes is so much more impacted by mouth shape and especially by tongue position than anything I've seen for cleans. It's nuts.
Amazing. I mean, and even with cleans, I mean, you can do all 5 Italian vowels, keeping the same mouth shape. Yep. The tongue is dancing.
Yeah, the tongue is dancing.
Right, the tongue is dancing.
The tongue is dancing, but with harshes, you might actually use the lips, especially if they're really drawn out. It makes it so you have a longer vocal tract that will help enhance deeper tones.
Yes.
And then you might pull it back and show a lot more teeth if you want to enhance higher or brighter tones.
Sure.
So that the tongue shape, but the lips, everything about above your sound source in the vocal tract is extremely important for the harsh tone.
What I did not realize is that you could have a sound source that's not the false or the true folds.
Yeah.
That was what was blowing my mind watching the Will stuff. It was like, oh, he's finding way to get other parts in the larynx together.
I was really blown away recently. The most recent set of testing we did, we actually saw his hyoid bone coming in to help assist with making that space smaller. Was it acting truly as a sound source? I'm not sure. We're still analyzing that data, but it was involved in closing up that space. So
that is amazing. Now, I guess if you're using a source that's not your folds, then they're not going to get hurt.
That is exactly what we're looking at. So
ding, ding, ding.
Ding, 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 ding. And actually, I can't say too much about it.
Okay.
But initially, we're actually thinking that if you're using a non-true vocal fold source, it looks like it might have a possibly beneficial effect on your true vocal folds, which this is like cutting edge possibility. It has not been totally proven yet, but we're starting. Yeah, bleeding edge. We're just starting to understand this a little bit better. That being said, I think we have some
talked enough?
constriction. Right?
We should just... This is going to be an hour and a half.
You're welcome.
Okay, you know what? No, we're going to start right where we pause. We're right before KOOL-AID Man comes in.
Yes.
And so people can watch out for, I think in this section we get a lower sounding, more false fold sound, and then a much higher...
I hear a lot of the high. I think there is a mix of them though.
Yeah, I think there were... Right. My beginner ear to all this heard like definitely two different ranges happening here. Okay, here we go.
More trying to make you feel that vibe.
That's the high one.
Yeah, weapon.
Yeah, that's
right?
definitely the higher
Body
source.
is a weapon.
My
Right?
body is a... It might, and
Or is it
honestly,
just
the
shaping?
lower one might have been the lips being drawn out a lot of those.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure that he's shifting the source in those two, but I hear another layer in there where he might have a different source.
Awesome. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to let it play for a second.
Yeah.
That's such a lie. I have no idea.
Honestly, this moves so quickly, it's going to be hard to not pause again.
Yeah. No, it's going to be it's going to be a long one, but I think people are going to enjoy it. Here we go.
Everybody's feeling the sound of the night. I don't wanna stop. We push it to the limit. Together we will crush the morning light.
That's such a different vibe from what came right before it. Like vocally. Like the vocal vibe is so different.
It's like so happy.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Like, happy metal. Happy dance metal.
Happy dance K-poppy metal almost. Like vocally especially. Gosh, there's so much to talk. Like we just talked for a while about vocals, but that after we kind of thought about that, I was listening to the instrumentation, and it goes from the first verse where, and this is actually structurally very similar to what I remember from We Got the Moves, where it's like kick drum, buzzy synth, and then going into the first chorus they get that and then it hits, and it's this wall of sound of like heavy guitars, and like it's not just sound here, it's sound everywhere. And it's just chaos.
All right, so I want to like take this moment to think about this wall of sound and consider where can they go to take it up a level, because we felt it just suddenly had this massive energy that feels like it is already top energy.
Yes.
How can this get bigger? How can this song have a journey at this point?
More kick drums.
More kick. I would like some cowbell, please.
Maybe some. If you can you mix that in? Could you mix a cowbell in? You just put it right at the front. It just the cowbell drowns out the kick drum.
Right.
Cowbell instead of a kick drum.
An actual cow. Why don't we just have a cow mooing?
An actual cow. And we need real cows.
Real cows. But this being said,
yes.
Isn't this an amazing combo? Like it works. It works.
What you're just saying, I'm interested to see how it evolves.
Yep.
Throughout. They kept the instrumentation going into this second verse was simple. They kept a lot of the heavier elements when Baby Metal came in. But yeah, vocally it was just so radically different.
Radically
it was just
different.
all harsh to all clean and like happy.
Yeah.
Like you said.
It makes you like, oh, this it somehow took me along.
Exactly. All right, let's do that again. Let's do this. It looks like we're right at the end of this first chord.
Yeah.
The first
And look at
chorus.
the round mouth. I think that's so important with the harsh vocals. Right, that's gonna make it sound beefier.
Yeah, definitely. Here we go.
I will push you to the limit, and everybody's feeling the sound of the night. I don't wanna stop. We push you to the limit. Together we will crush the morning light.
I love this.
It's so K-pop. This section. It's so K-pop. Like it is really like K-pop girl group with metal underneath.
It is like the combo that we never knew we absolutely had to have.
How did this collaboration happen?
Oh, I learned about this. Apparently, they were attending a concert by Electric Callboy, so BABYMETAL was attending the concert, and they were really excited and wanted to go meet them afterwards. Backstage, they met and became besties, and now they're collaborating. I was like,
That's two worlds I never would have. No, I don't know any other of BABYMETAL's music. I mean, are they pretty straight up K-pop where it's very much clean vocals?
It is definitely a combo of K-pop and metal, but it isn't
okay.
as. I would say it's not as in your face as Electric Callboy is.
Okay.
And it also doesn't have that like crazy dance vibe that Electric Callboy has.
Yes.
But it is fun. It is upbeat. There's a really hilarious song about chocolate, which of course I really love because chocolate.
Because chocolate.
But yeah, and they always have the really beautiful choreography that feels like they're doing kung fu.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Choreography is so heavy in K-pop. They're like that kind of a couple decades ago pop artist in the States, like a Justin Timberlake, where it's like great singer, great dancer, like can just do it all.
All of it.
All the K-pop artists can sing and dance, like phenomenally.
It's a crazy training that goes into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Let's wind it back a bit.
I love this look.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah. And when you get a chance, you should listen to just some stripped down performances to hear how amazing they are at just singing. It's
really
ridiculous.
Okay, I will do that. Here we go. That's me right now.
I love that part. That feels like me.
Yeah. Yeah. Here it is, the metal Kool-Aid Man.
Right?
Oh my gosh.
The metal Kool-Aid Man. That's got to be the title now.
The metal Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah. Analyzing the metal Kool-Aid Man. Interrupting K-pop.
Yes. Now this section leading into the second chorus felt like very much how they started the song.
Yeah.
It was like a lot of the metal elements got removed for a minute. It was more just like this heavier techno vibe.
It had a lot more techno, I think. Like it felt like we've really gotten into the dance groove.
Yes. Yes. And then again, they love that synth. From everything I've heard from them so far, they love that like winding serpentine synth and like leading up into the chorus.
You know, hearing you talk about that brings my attention to it much more, and I've been thinking like, oh, that's really cool. I hadn't thought about that much before.
In electronic music, it's called either a riser or an uplifter, where it's something that even if you're not paying attention, will get your That's why all those songs, like if you listen to heavy electronic music, they all have that leading up to a drop, because it basically doesn't give your system a choice but to be
go up.
Yeah, elevated.
That's I know, and in doing some beatboxing with Lane from Voice Play, we had talked about rises and that kind of sound that's essential to have for them as well going into a drop. They're really working on making that with these cool mouth noises.
Yeah. Exactly.
So this is the instrumental version, essentially.
It's the instrumental version, and very much towards this like big metal wall of sound. Whereas you can also use softer ones, just like a transition between sections. You can just like a reverse cymbal. It's just shh, And even if you have what's amazing about that from like an audio engineering perspective is that if you have like a pretty abrupt shift between sections, if you just put one of those in, it almost totally masks it. It's like, oh, that was a smooth transition. Just because you're just distracted by that thing.
Like, I heard the ocean.
Yeah. Where are we? Oh, yes. Now we're in the new section.
Perfect.
Brilliant. Okay, yeah, let's listen for that.
Deal. There it is.
I love the combo. It's
Right?
so cool.
You're like, how is it so perfect?
It's so fun. What does RATATATA mean?
At first, I thought it was about Ratatouille.
I wish.
Right. This is a good question. Well, okay. Let's take a look at the lyrics over here. So
Okay.
we're gonna figure this out right now. I feel like this should have been answered before, and I didn't think about it. So I'm gonna answer now. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. My body is a weapon. So I think maybe ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, considering the awesome fluorescence in the background, maybe ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta is the sound of lightsabers hitting.
Okay. I was thinking weapon, some kind of weapon for sure.
Yeah. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, we're gonna hit the floor. So this is like lightsabers with that scene from The Matrix where he bends so far back.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Cool.
love that.
We got it. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, we're gonna make it happen. We're cheering because I know your ankles and your knees hurt from leaning back that far. And the ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, now give me some more.
More of all that. Let's do it again.
Good luck, you didn't need knees.
I like that. I think it must be a sound effect.
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
Yeah, I like later that we have a, well, actually I don't think it was that later. We have them also sing boon boon boon,
Okay.
which in the
Is that
lyrics
another sound effect?
Well, no, I like that it is written out bun bun bun.
Bun, bun, bun.
Bun buns. Bun buns.
Does that mean something?
I don't know.
Bun, 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 stop.
Maybe we're
me.
talking about like those tiny Cinnabuns that are so addictive.
Almost certainly.
Oh God.
Everyone loves those.
I know.
Certainly these people love those as well.
Gosh. Okay. All right. I have a question for you. I think we should
Yes.
play it, and you're going to consider it.
Okay.
Let's try this for individual singing groups. So if
Okay.
baby metal singers were a food, what would they be? And if electric callboy singers were a food, what would they be? And how is it that those two foods go so well together? Okay, think about it while we listen.
While we listen. Okay. Have I rewound? I have not rewound. That's good.
Look at that.
We're pushing to the limit, and everybody's feeling the sound of the night. I don't wanna stop. We push it to the limit, together we will crush the morning light. Here for the moment, here.
I should have rewound further. I wanted to go back to one of their like metal sections because I was only listening to what fruit baby metal is at that
What?
moment.
Fruit or food? Are you going for a fruit? Are they
Oh
fruity?
yeah, I thought they were. I thought
I thought they were fruits.
I imagined like a horn of plenty, but in like a tropical setting.
Oh.
But just like very vibrant fruits with sunshine.
Must have mango.
Absolutely.
Absolutely has mango. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. And that's baby metal.
That's baby metal for
Okay.
sure. Yep.
And what about electric callboy?
I don't know. I need to hear them. I need to hear them do their heavy stuff
Deal.
while I'm thinking, because
While
that
you're
was all. That was like all baby metal singing. Shall we? Let's go forward.
Let's go forward.
well,
Let's go
and
back a little bit for this transition.
Yes.
And then continue forward.
Excellent.
We're for the moment, here for the beat, here for the love and the friends I need to know that I'll be there for good. Wow. I'm here for.
Okay, so that's very clean vocal, right? So that's gonna be a different food than
Oh yeah.
when it comes later.
I have a proposed food for Electric Callboy, but I'm gonna see what you think about it, and I think you might come up with an even better. But
Is this with all their vocals in consideration?
Yeah. And actually their sound in general.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Their sound in general.
Their sound in general. There's a thing it came to me, so we'll talk about. I can't inform your food choice yet though.
Yes.
Don't
prime me for that.
Let's rewind just a tiny bit more, and then we'll continue.
Okay, great. Yes, there's some cool synths. You started seeing me go like this because my brain just went into audio engineering world.
I just thought you were being a cat.
That's the only on what day is it? Is it Monday?
What is the day?
Only on Tuesdays.
Only on Tuesdays. Only on Tuesdays. Just Cat Tuesdays.
No, it's funny. It's like I was telling you about this earlier. I love listening to K-pop because the vocals are amazing to analyze. The choreography is amazing to analyze. The audio engineering and production is amazing to analyze, and I never know what to talk about because there's so much happening.
Like there's too much here.
There's too much happening.
Oh, I relate to that.
So I'm gonna point out some synthy things in this next section, and then we'll move forward.
As a cat would. Okay.
Yes, as a cat would.
Here for the moment, here for the
So you hear that just like 16th notes arpeggiated.
Ooh, I like
Which is a
that was good.
totally different from anything we've heard before. And that's like what keeps this section rolling when like all the other big percussive things I think have dropped out.
Yeah, that is the rhythm.
But you still have that synth rolling. That was the first one that comes in. And then there's another one where they have what's called a low pass filter on this synth where only the low frequencies are coming through. And they slowly allow more and more to come through.
Yeah.
Which is another upriser / uplifter effect, like the shh. We just allow more of the high frequencies to come in.
It's like when you have something to weed out coffee grounds.
Yes.
Like eventually, like by the time it's there, all of the coffee grounds are just in your cup. Sorry. Sorry.
Do you need coffee, Elizabeth? Is that what you're saying?
I was thinking about filters. Yeah, okay, anyhow.
A low coffee filter. That's great. I love it.
You're welcome.
You love coffee, therefore you'll like that reference.
I love tea. This is why, because like coffee grounds. Anyhow. Okay, we can keep this.
She likes tea.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here for the moment, here for the beat, here for the love and the friends I need to.
Hear it rising?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It almost feels like a bit of an organ even.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm here for the moment, here for the
It's the giant disco ball.
love and the friends I need to know that I'll be there for good. I go fucking crazy 'cause I'm waiting for the
Oh my god.
So tell me, baby, so let me know.
This is
I'm just like saying like quietly losing
mayhem.
it because
Mayhem.
it's mayhem. That's so perfect.
Wow.
Okay, so do you want to know? Have you figured out a food thing yet?
Oh, I completely forgot
forgot
about
about it. Okay, I'm gonna give you one. I'm just
Okay,
gonna give it to
yep.
you. And this is because recently I heard somebody describe harsh vocals like finishing off a Slurpee.
Oh.
Slushy, Slurpee, slushy. Like you know
Yeah.
that electric blue
Yes.
color.
Yes.
I propose this as our food / drink.
Okay.
I mean, really, you can eat it with a spoon. Stand-in for Electric Callboy.
I love
And
that.
that's because like it's got this ridiculous color. You know that there is so much energy and
It's like
sugar in that, right?
radioactive.
Right. When you take a sip, you have a beautiful melody of clear flavor that hits you, but then you have this texture that is like
Grainy.
spumante, or like
Yeah.
like a little foamy, even grainy.
Yeah,
There's
grainy.
air between the bits of flavor,
Yeah.
and I think that's the harshest.
Yeah.
There we go.
I love that.
They are a slushie. They are a blue lightning blue
yeah.
slushie.
Vibrant blue slushie. I'm here for that. Okay, so we have a Horn of Plenty.
And yeah, it goes with mangoes.
With mangoes.
Or maybe pineapple, even better.
Yes.
Okay.
All of the bright fruits. Are all fruits bright?
No.
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 Think about dark plums.
Yeah. I don't hear plum. Oh, I don't know. I think Baby Metal's got some plums in the Horn of Plenty.
Right.
I think they've like a legit Horn of Plenty.
I agree.
You know?
There's so much difference. They have a lot of different possibilities in their sound.
Yes. Absolutely. Okay. I blacked
You
out.
have to tell us in comments what food you think are represented by these groups, please. Please.
Separately and together.
And we will all eat more after this is done.
Kirk, will you please prepare one horn of plenty for
right.
us?
One horn of plenty.
Love how we go from this like kind of like almost like love duet feeling.
I know, it's hilarious.
And then both sonic atmospheres really blend, and it's like full on K-pop and metal.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep.
Let's do it. Right?
Isn't it cute?
Yes, it's like that, like layered on top of this just like heavy metal instrumentation and vocals is hilarious.
I've heard from so many people that electric cowboy concerts are some of the most fun. And then a ton of people that say baby metal concerts are the most fun. Can you imagine these groups touring together?
I would.
And
VIP access. Let's go.
Right. And the amount of sweat that you would expend in that concert, because it would be hard to stay out of a mosh pit in this,
you could
right?
power a city with the energy generated.
Right.
Get everyone on a hamster wheel in there.
And everybody's gonna be going, hoo, hoo, hoo.
I've also loved
that's fun.
I think I've heard this before in metal groups where they have like the classic build up where the drums are doubling. Right? It's like ba 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 da 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 da, and then it hits, and then it like pumps for a while, and then it goes into essentially halftime. Mm-hmm. It goes like
oh yeah.
To where like there's every other kick drum's replaced by a snare type hit. I
you
love
get
that.
almost like cool, like very like kind of fill in between those. They're like all
it's
uplifting.
Like, exactly. Because while the kick is kicking, like that's the drive you feel, and then it switches into that halftime, and then it's almost like there's a suspense between each big drum hit.
It's like you got the raccoon suit in Mario, like, and then you just like go stomp on something else. There you go.
Our brains together, we are really jumping some gaps.
I know. I'm like, oh boy. It's gonna be fun.
Raccoon suit in Mario. I love it.
Maybe this is the sound of Mario pouncing. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Sorry.
It would almost certainly fit some sound effects in the Mario universe.
Mm-hmm. Can we please have Mario reskinned with Baby Metal and Electric Callboy? Thank you. Okay.
I'll play that game.
Mm-hmm, me too.
All right, let's jump into the middle of the madness here. Like that moment where, because the next time they do it, the drums keep going, but for that moment, that first like everything cuts out.
Drops it. The low stuff drops, yeah.
It just drops out. It's just, that's like so radically different.
You will sing along.
Yes, you will sing. I just noticed this. I think it's layered pretty far back in the mix, but it sounds like the the Callboy singers are doing harmonies,
Oh.
which is probably like, certainly they're not doing high harmonies, but they might be doing like the third up, but an octave down.
I mean,
if
they
you know what
also
I mean.
have like really, really great range.
I don't know what. I don't know
Oh,
what
and
like.
it might even be it might be an electronic harmony too, because they do add a
could
lot
be.
of those layers.
Because they're lip syncing along as if they're singing. Now it could be
Yeah.
just for fun. Let's listen.
Okay, let's
see
do
if we
it.
can pick out the timbres of the Callboy boys.
Yeah.
The Callboy boys.
Callboy boys.
I will push it to the limit and everybody's
What?
That sounded like it had an electronic drive to me. There was like some extra drive put behind it that made it have that edge.
I will push it to the limit and everybody's feeling this.
No, they almost got a phasing.
Yeah.
I think they're doubling. I actually think they're doubling.
We will crash the morning light.
Yeah, but that fits perfectly within his range. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think that it's doubling.
Yeah.
But I also think that there's like a push in production to actually make it sound a tiny bit more electronic, to just get a little bit of
Yeah.
that
You can
color.
do that with like a slight chorusing,
Yep.
where it just sounds a little like robotic,
Yeah.
right?
Just a tiny bit.
Just a tiny bit.
And that actually helps, I think, bring the sound out past this wall.
Yeah,
of
because
instruments
it's
a
a
little bit
different. It's just a different timbre
Yep.
that'll stick out better than like a natural voice.
more. Yep.
Yeah.
Has a buzz.
Got some smart engineers on this song.
It's incredible.
For
I don't know how
sure.
they keep everything so clear.
Yeah. Yeah. God, some of the high level mixing engineers are just. It's amazing.
Insane.
It is an underappreciated art.
It is.
It is like the hardest thing to do.
Like, we do opera. Mixing is harder.
Yeah.
Right?
In such a different way.
Very different skill, but it's
Yeah.
incredibly
Incredible.
difficult to get a great mix.
Absolutely. I love how like simple the choreography is. Like
Yeah.
they're just messing around.
But like they have the metal.
That's the
Right, and
I
then
think
they're
that's the biggest deviation from K-pop. Because with K-pop, it is like, oh, this was rehearsed into the ground. All the moves are perfect. They'll have like 10 people perfectly synchronized doing complicated dance moves. This is like, just like messing around.
They are seriously having so much fun
Yeah.
with heavy music. It's delightful.
They must have just been like, let's do something together and let's just have a good time.
I think that might have been
Right.
exactly what they thought.
They succeeded.
Yep.
They really did. All right, shall we?
Yep.
Anything else to add?
No,
Shall we
I'm having
soldier-
fun. I'm
Good.
delighted.
Good. Me as well. like, wait a second.
Ooh,
Is she just mouthing that, or is she
I
doing the
think-
harsh?
I think that might be the spot where Momo does harshes. I was told by a few people. I think that earlier there might have been a moment as well where she was layered in. But that might be Momo bringing in some harshes. Which,
It is a different timbre than
yep.
when the lads are doing it.
And I'm not sure it's so. Terminology fails when we start to talk about vocal distortion.
That's all being kind of solidified right now.
Yeah, it's being solidified, and honestly, there are tons of terms in just very classical vocals that still aren't solidified.
Sure.
So who knows if it'll ever be really clear.
Yeah.
But that's why we define what we're talking about. In this case, I'll sometimes use the word harsh vocals or even pure harsh vocals to say it's just a source above the two vocal folds.
Okay.
So I don't know that she's doing pure harshes. She might be adding pitch, like having a sung note and then adding distortion on top, which is very, very common to actually do in rock and metal in general. Going the full harsh, pure harsh direction, I think is a bit different. When you add distortion on top, so you have your fundamental pitch and then essentially grit or more texture that you have with some other sort of source that's creating a irregular waveform. That's where you get the like the noise, the distortion. Really.
Okay.
So it sounded to me like maybe that's what she was doing, but it's layered in so many things, it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, totally. Cool. It's right here-ish. This looks good. Something else about when she was, if she is doing that, at least if she's lip syncing how she sang it. Sometimes you can tell, sometimes it's hard to tell.
Yep.
But she had a very like, how she was doing it.
And that matches the sound I was hearing, which was a brighter
matches the
sound.
Brighter sound, exactly. Ding, 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 science.
Yeah.
I love this. This is the second time I've just stumbled on this.
It makes me want to totally recreate that picture.
Maybe we should do that.
That would be funny.
That could be the thumbnail.
Right. Get some sunglasses. Put some put
Yeah,
some tin foil on our head.
do you have any disco helmets just flying around?
I can draw squares on some foil.
That's pretty good. We're balling on a budget for the helmets.
There we go. Amazing.
Yeah. Dang, and it just ends.
It just ends. Leaves you hanging.
It really does.
What?
Did We Got the Moves do that too?
Ooh, I don't remember. They do tend to have sharp endings, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to end it.
It's good to leave people wanting, I suppose.
I want more.
I want more. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Can we have some more Baby Metal Electric Callboy collabs, please?
What would the next one be called? So we got RATATATA. RATATATA.
I know. I'm trying to come up with something clever.
What if they just did a full album of like that kind of title?
La 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 bamba. Right? I'm sorry.
Bum bum bum. What was it? Bun bun bun.
Bun bun bun. But it's boon 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 boon.
Boon boon boon. The sequel.
Yeah, boon 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 boon. Moving. Move the bum buns. I love it. I love it. Okay, what do you think?
I loved it. I think it's fascinating. I think like there were moments that it, like especially the two genres really blended well together, and there were some moments where I was like, I just enjoy this because it's so novel. Where it's like very clear K-pop and very clear metal just happening at the same time, not like an effort to make like K-pop metal or something. But I really enjoyed every second of it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm very, very happy that you did because I think that both of these bands are fantastic.
They are. Thank you for insisting on this video.
I hope all of you insist that he continues to listen to more music like this.
Yes. Leave a comment below. Leave all suggestions below. And guys, thank you for hanging out. I hope you learned something. I hope you gained appreciation and enjoyment for these artists. That's the whole goal. What's your catchphrase, Elizabeth? You want to send them off?
May you fall more in love with music every day.
May you fall more in love with music every day. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.